we know this year we should have 2 missions to the Vietnam because the COVID-19. We cannot do this. But my personal, I think COVID-19 is not a disaster. Actually, it's a gift. It's a gift to let us to slow down, and we appreciate those we can go abroad to do the so wonderful mission, and we hope in the future we can have more cooperation. So we will start this meeting, and thank you everybody joining. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Deng. To begin with, I wanted to introduce to you who is joining us here today. So from义大Hospital, we have who you just heard from, Executive Vice Superintendent Sun Sun Jung. Beside me, we have Dr. James Chen Tang. We also have Dr. Shen Shen Shi with us today, Dr. Chen Sen Sen, and Ms. Shun Shu Su. We also have Ms. Cha Ching Chen, Officer Wen Sen Shu, and Yuding Lin. I will be the moderator today. My name is Kara Chen. From Aisho University, we have Assistant Professor Tai Chi Wu. And then from our USR Wentzhou Ursuline University of Languages team, we're really excited to have Assistant Professor Janet Wang, Assistant Professor Mark Lai, Assistant Professor Melody Liao, Assistant Professor Jenny Sun, and Ms. Su Chu Lin with us today. So to get started, we're really excited. We have a keynote speech from Regional Vice President for Development, Asia Pacific Chief Representative of Vietnam, Viet Nguyen. Mr. Nguyen is the Regional Vice President and Representative for Operation Smile in Vietnam. In his career, he has developed extensive programs for Operation Smile, recruited in country volunteer base, managed medical volunteer engagement along with sustainable programs. And he's recently also provided critical leadership in designing appropriate fundraising strategies for local and international communities. We're really excited to hear from him today about his keynote speech on Operation Smile Vietnam COVID-19 strategy. So take it away, Mr. Viet Nguyen.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and then thank you so much, the entire team and Professor Jung for the invitation for us to be part of the webinar today. My name is Viet, as has been introduced, and then sorry I don't wear the mask today. It's only a few of us in the office, but we very much would like to first of all just let me express a sincere thank you to the wonderful partnership that we've been having with EDA as almost 2 decades from now. Should I start with my presentations? Hello. Hello.
Yes, please start the presentation.
Hello. Sorry, we've been having a few issue with the servers in yesterday with mobile phones, so sometimes it's disconnected or. Hello. The presentation again.
Are you able to open the PowerPoint?
Làm sao mình biết là presentation ở đây?
You can start the presentation whenever you're ready.
Okay. Can we start it right now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah.
As you know, the partnership with IDA and Operations Smile is just like a, I don't call the normal collaboration anymore, this is a family ship. But anyway, I know that there's some of you also here today and viewing it online. So let me just walk you through a little bit more about Operations Smile. This is an organization that we've been having about 37 years of experiences in providing free medical care for children around the world, as you might know. But we have a pleasure of coming to Vietnam about 30 years ago. And since we first came to the country in 1989, with only one mission of doing reconstructive surgery for the children who was born with the cleft lip and cleft palate, until now, Operations My Cruise in Vietnam has been able to bring about 60,000 smiles to the children of the country with our 30 years of service in Vietnam, and thanks to the participation and the support from partners and collaborators and supporters from all over the world, that you guide the reason for us to be able to do so. We can't believe that there's only one mission in 1989. As of now, the organization has been providing close to 30 to 32 missions per year. And the partnership with the IDA started, years ago. If I remember correctly, that was in 2002 or 3, where we start the very first mission with the Taiwanese group led by Professor Fu Chanwei. And at that mission, we were having a pleasure of meeting with Professor Zhang. And since he's becoming more involved with Operations Smile, right now, we having such an honor of starting an official partnership with IDA Hospital for almost a decade from now. Since that time, we've been conducting various of activity together, not only just limited to the mission that we've been doing, but we've been doing and providing a lot of scholarship for the Vietnamese surgeon at the IDA Hospital. You have been having such a wonderful facility. You having a wonderful teams of professor that truly giving our Vietnamese surgeon and our Vietnamese medical professional a wonderful knowledge, so they can continue to do that when they get back to the country. I remember when the Vietnamese doctor from Underweight Hospital and from the hospital in the south who came into IDA and study there, they have nothing to say, but there's just a good memory and a wonderful times and a great knowledge that they've been able to carry away when they return to Vietnam. And that's contribute a major part to the successes of the mission that we've been doing in Vietnam. On the other hand, the other activity that we've been doing successfully doing with IDA is we start the fellow exchanges program. Further than that, we've been conducting so many training and conferences with all the standard that I know that the Vietnamese hospital and also the healthcare sector in Vietnam has been able to pick it up from IDA, and this led to the success of, as you might know, the success of the SIP surgery project that we have been able to collaborate with the Ministry of Health of Vietnam in 2016 to 2018, and Professor Zheng and a major team from IDA has been giving us a wonderful support to this initiative. Other than that, bring it back into the traditional way that we've been doing, as you might know, that we do a lot of collab missions together, and also been conducting so many microsurgery missions. We also, the 108 hospital also be able to receive some support with additional medical equipment that been provided by the group from Taiwan as well. So just to give you more of the broader statistics in 2017, we've been doing 5 medical missions together, in which we do 4 collab missions and 1 microsurgery mission. The team has been providing the consultation to more than 700 patients and completely operated on 386 patients with 400 procedures. And we might never thought about this, but when our team has been putting together this presentation, and we're so surprised that it sounds like your trip to Vietnam maybe only 1 or twice a year, but you actually has contributed about 1,300 volunteers of working hours to these sort of initiative that have been leaving a long-lasting impact, not only just for the patients, the Vietnamese patients and family, but also to the community here in the country as well. So this is an overall, highlight of our partnerships in 2017. To talk about, in depth about the highlight of the mission in 2019, this is I remember this is probably the first time that we been working with IDA to conduct a mission at the rural areas of the country. So we all went to Quảng Ngãi province for 5 days. And thanks, Professor Jones and the team from IDA. I know you've been busy, but to spend 5 days with us in Quảng Ngãi province, it's has giving us a great result. We've been doing 166 medical consultation for the patients and family, and operate on 90 patients. We were able to receive 11 medical volunteers from EDA, and also you've been providing about 352 working hours during the mission. And these sort of statistics, we also be able to record it with the Ministry of under the Ministry of Planning and Investment too, because right now they allow us to record this sort of information to highlight and promote the international collaborations that operations might has been having with our international partners. So that is a bit of the highlight for 2 years in 2017 to 2019. You might know that we used to be very excited about the new collaboration that we are going to do together, but unfortunately, because of COVID-19, everything has changed, and we can't believe that everything was changed, completely changed, just because of one little virus. We never thought of that. We never thought of that before. We was thinking that maybe the pandemic's going to be gone soon, so we will be able to receive the team from Taiwan. We will be able to go to Taiwan to visit you guys and visit the country. We will be able to even like think of something further we can do for the community, further we can do to highlight the tourism for both country. We were thinking that maybe something that we can do to revitalize the aviations, the travel, everything. But it has been, to be honest with you, it has been completely 6 months that we pretty much everything completely shut down. We have to stay home. There's not much we can do. But fortunately, both Taiwan and Vietnam, we have been able to do a pretty good job in isolating this sort of thing. And I know that the situation in Taiwan is getting so much better. Situation in Vietnam also getting so much better. And since yesterday, everything seemed like going back to normal, but we'll still have to be cautious about what's happening. But I know that they start flying back. They start a regular flight from Vietnam to Taiwan since yesterday, twice a week to Taipei. And but given that fact, as you might know, both for Ada and Ida and operations, we know that we have to try our best out of all the challenges we've been facing. And then that's how giving us more of the time about 4 days ago when we start doing this presentation to rethink about what we're should do together in the year 2020 or 2021. Even in the past, we try to focus on try to do one-on-one or talk directly to each other. As of now, from the operations, my perspective, we would have to switch a little bit to make sure that we'll still be able to maintain the wonderful partnership that we've been growing for a while. But at the same time, because of the situations, we would like to involve more of people into the work that we've been doing. Because like Professor Jung has said, the only thing that we can be successful and we would be able to be successful is if we work together. So nevertheless, let me share with you a possible collaboration in the year of 2020 and 2021 in the situation that the pandemic is still going on. But we will try our best to make sure that we're going to be able to highlight our collaboration for next year. Our team in Vietnam has been discussing and talking about this, and would like to see if we can propose a microsurgery mission like normal, but with more of the educational purposes. Because we believe that the COVID-19, the pandemic, has given us some challenges, and we need more support from our local doctor. We need to build more of the support from our local doctors and nurses. So by 2021, we would like to set up a mission with a patient target of not that many, from 5 to 10 patients, but very much would like to rely on the support from Ida to have to continue that trainings and educational mission at the 108 hospital. So at least we can focus on training from 15 to 20 surgeons from Vietnam hospital. And we might need 2 instructors from Ida to come and help us to train these local doctors so they can continue to do the job. In case that the pandemic is still going on, at least we'll still be able to fulfill our goal of doing that. This has been very successful for us in the past, but right now with more caution, with more of the knowledge and the support from Ida, we do hope that we will be able to multiply the ability to provide this surgery from our local doctor, particularly for the doctor from the Central Military Hospital. And this is not just like the request from the department, but when we met with them last week, this is the request from the director of Central Military Hospital to seek the support from Ida Hospital as well. So that is that's one plan that we would like to do in 2021. The next one that we would like to do is to continue the fellow exchange programs. As we mentioned to you at many conferences and also events that when we are having you here, we would like to invite the Taiwanese fellow to participate on our mission whenever possible, and whenever the situation is getting better, that we can do together in both CLAP mission and microsurgery mission. CLAPs, you might know that you've been doing that for a while, but I think that nevertheless, the local hospital would like to do something more that they feel that they can contribute more to the community here, is by doing some revitalizing the microsurgery mission in Vietnam. And also, we still want to continue having the participations of the Taiwanese fellows or professor at the operations my, or not operations my only, but it's just like the healthcare seminar and conferences in Vietnam. And I know that when we were talking to the Ministry of Health, beside of the trial of try to do more of the one-in-one seminar and conferences, they also would like to see the possibility that they can do online seminar and conferences hosted by the Ministry of Health of Vietnam. And if that's ever happened, we very much would like to have the participation from Ada Hospital in these sort of conferences as well. Whenever time is allowed or the situation is getting better, we would like to propose more of the opportunity for the Vietnamese resident or even the Vietnamese professor to study the microsurgery at Ada Hospital, just like in the old day when our professor and our doctor at that time having a chance to study at your hospital, and when they return to the country, they can contribute in the daily work to help those patients and also family. And the fourth idea that we would like to propose to you is to having some collaborations on training program. I know that in Vietnam, there's a lot of doctors, particularly young doctors, who graduate from medical school, but very much would like to study this sort of thing in Taiwan, particularly at IDA, but they also be able to afford it, afford the studying fee and the tuition fee also. So we would like to, and we've been receiving a lot of requests from these doctors from different hospitals as well. So we think it's going to be interesting to see if we can receive some support from IDA by hosting these sort of fellows, but giving them some special a discount on their tuition fee, so they can have a chance to participate and study at your IDA hospital as well, and learning more from you and having more knowledges from you after. And this actually only be able to help the increase the demands of having more medical doctors and building more of the resources for these medical doctors in country as well. Because as of now, with a population of 97 million people, one doctor, I think, is still they still have to treat so many patients. I think that's one doctor is per pretty much 10,000 patients. So, which is not only Operation Smile, but I think the healthcare sector in Vietnam has a huge need to train more of the young doctor and young surgeon and young medical professional to support these sort of high demand of the for the healthcare service in the country. And this is interesting. The other day when we were talking to the National Fund for Vietnamese Children's, and also talking to you and the Ministry of Health of Vietnam, very much by 2021, or at least until 2025, that we would like to further develop a speech therapy program nationwide. Because here's some background of the information in Vietnam for your information. Every 700 newborns in Vietnam has that withheld cleft and cleft palate, which bring about 9,500 patients every year, which why the backlog in the country about 10,000. So the treatment for cleft lip and palate and other orofacial deformity not only required for surgery, but also required for many others additional service that going after that, which is time consuming, costly. And as you might know, for the 31 years in Vietnam, we only be able to provide surgery for these children born with cleft palate, but leaving a huge number of patients that doesn't have a chance to speak properly because of many different reasons, lack of time, lack of funding resources, lack of people who could do that. I remember in 2001, we did a pilot program under the funding provided by Royal Danish Embassy and the national, in collaboration with the National Fund for Vietnamese Children, in 18 months to do it for a program, a speech therapy program for 6,000 patients and family. The way that we do it is we starting different training courses, training classes in Nam Định province, and we tend to build up a pyramid training program by training the collaborators from the villages and the commune, and these collaborators can go back into the family and trainings the family so they can go and talk to their patient and their children every day. However, it was a failure because we don't have enough of people. For the entire country at that time, there's only 2 speech therapists. There's only 2 of them. One is done by Dr. Han from my hospital, and she was trained by Charlotte Cody from Operation Smile. And then we're providing some books support to them. We organize different sort of classes, but the demand is so high, so we don't have enough time to do that. At the same time, at that time, to convince the family that every day you had to go and talk to your child, teaching them how to speak properly and using all the material we provided to you. And we soon realized that no one wanted to do that. And that is that's the second challenge we're having. And the third challenge is when we train this collaborator, they don't have enough collaborator out there. We try to find midwives, social workers, and many people, but it ended up one of them had to take care of 6 family, and they don't have enough time to go every day to the family and provide guidance to the family. So after 18 months, we only be able to do that for 6,000 family. So after that, the initiative was seized away because the funding was ended. People cut ties and they do something else. So we also collaborate with a very well-trained speech therapy school in India in 2005 called Manipal University in Manipal, and we trained 2 Vietnamese doctors. We got they agreed to train them there for 6 months, and then after that we'll bring them on a mission with us, and they can do the patient, and we brought them back to Vietnam for 6 months, and then we also brought them back to India for another 6 months. So the training program for like 2 years, and it was very successful at first. But when they returned to the country, what happened is they come back to us and they say, being a speech therapist is so challenging. I need to support my family, and then I need to support my family, and then they all turning to do something else. So that training program also became a failure for us as well. So since then we don't do that anymore. But we understand when we talk to the Ministry of Health of Vietnam, they're still around 27,000 patients since 1989 that we were able to provide them with surgery, but they never get a chance to do speech therapy program. So that the demand is still very high that we do that. So until now, the Vietnamese hospital as well charity organization still focus on doing corrective surgery, leaving a huge number of patients that need to have speech therapy behind. And then these 2 doctors that we train, they all retired right now, doing something else. So that's how we would like to target in building capacity for this hospital and the staff, which is they need to have some specialty in good speech therapy. What we would like to have is we're thinking about at least 200 family members will be provided with basic knowledge and skill and appropriate consultation and materials so they can go back and have their children to improving their speech every day. And still, we'll still need to go to recruit more collaborators, people deep down in the villages, so they can help to work daily with family, so they can help their children after each and every day. So what we've been seeing, the future collaboration with IDA, we very much would like to build and standardizing a speech therapy protocol for Vietnamese care center and hospital. You may know right now through your support with all the mission, right now operations might has been able to build different center and hospital, main hospital that been working with us, that include the National Hospital for Stomatology in both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. We also military hospital and also our care center at Vietnam, Cuba. We also would like to see if we can collaborate with IDA or partner of IDA for more of the trainings for the Vietnamese speech therapists. We believe that because we are Asian, like in the past, we usually have people from America to come and work with us. But because they all, like 10,000 miles away, and the way that we work might be different. So we do hope that with IDA, if possible, because we're all Asian, I think the way that we communicate is going to be so much easier. And we feel that more of the closures in our relationship and our partnership. So we'd like to see if IDA or its partner in Taiwan that could open up more opportunity for trainings for more Vietnamese speech therapists. And operations might could go and seek the resources who can these sort of like resources and human resources that can meet the demand so they can become a speech therapist. At the same time, we also would like to see if we can set up some exchanges for speech therapists from Taiwan to come and work with us here in the medical center in Vietnam, particularly when we are able to finish our center in Vietnam Cuba Hospital, or even in with the medical university in Ho Chi Minh City. So at least we can have like two way of exchange with these with the Taiwanese speech therapists and also with the Vietnamese therapists, because we believe that only by working together, hand in hand, we will be able to accomplish the goal. We feel that in the past there's a lot of information was shared, but there's not much of practical hands in hand trainings or working together. So that might be possibly is also might be a failure for us in the past as well. And the last slide that I would like to share with you and propose to you is the continuations of the results of the safe surgery and patient safety initiative that we are successfully able to do it with the Ministry of Health of Vietnam, where IDA and Professor Jung actually participate and plays an important role into the process of creating this safe surgery guideline, which has now make us excellent impact to 1,400 hospitals across the country. So we would like to see if we can facilitate the operations My Vietnam Partner Hospital, not only for Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, but also we would like to extend it in relationship with IDA to nationwide. Maybe in Hue, in Da Nang, in some of the provinces that has becoming a primary location, not only just for operations My Vietnam, but I think for IDA and also for Taiwan in generally. And we would like to propose these activity. These activity that we propose is not only for us, for EDA and Operations My and in-country partner. But at the end, you're going to see that actually we very much would like to see and bring this up into the next level. It's not just like for the partnership, for the benefit of partnership between Operations My and EDA, but also for the partnership between the government of Vietnam, in this case, it's the Ministry of Health Vietnam, and also to the government of Taiwan as well. So we'd like to enhancing our nursing training. I know this is something that we feel sometimes we feel that medical and surgery is more important, but nursing right now is actually very, very much considered as an area that we need to pay attention to because of the culture. Nurses in Vietnam never pay a good attention as a surgeon or anesthesiologist, and all the nurses doesn't have, even the nursing association in the country, they don't have the voice. They cannot make their own decision. So they cannot raise voice, and they shy when raise voice and sharing ideas, and even they have a lot of knowledge. So this is something that we would like to see if we can collaborate with EDA in the future, because not only for us, but also for the whole system of nursing in Vietnam too. Because we believe that when the surgeon, the anesthesiologist, and the nurses can go well together, and that is the reason that bring the successful surgery and also a complete service to the patients and family in the country. We also would like to rely on your support in the WHO surgical checklist training. This is not just not because we cannot be able to provide that training, but we feel that with your knowledge and with your reputations, I think that this is an area that EDA or even EDA partners in Taiwan can help us to refine the surgical checklist training for the organization here in Vietnam. Plus the other patient safety training as well, as a part of safe surgery and patient safety initiative that we've been doing for a while. We would like to see if we can, it can help us to open up the study tour for Vietnamese medical staff. There's a lot of our medical partner, in-country medical partners, when they get a chance to work with you, they just be so surprised and highly recognize the service, the knowledge, and the facility of EDA in Taiwan is having. And then they kind of proposed through Operations My, so we can help to share with you that they very much would like to organize different study tour for the Vietnamese medical staff, or even like the residents, so they can learn more from you. They can be able to share the challenges, the weaknesses, the strength that they having in the system here in Vietnam, and maybe be able to learn from you so they can do better for their own hospital when they returns. The last three items that we would like to propose to you is the quality assurance training. As you might know, we've been excellent in providing this surgery for the kids in Vietnam, but to make sure that whether it's going to be in line with the guideline, or is that a good quality, is a good way to do the surgery or not. This is something that we also would like to need to have an independent support that can help us to measure the successes of this. So Q&A trainings and Q&A guideline project for Operations My in particularly, but also for the healthcare system in Vietnam in general, it's going to be a high demand in the future. And this is an idea for us, and we kind of really having a primary talk to the Ministry of Health Vietnam, and we would like to share with you, because maybe in 2021 they also would like to ask Operations My to participate in the process of developing a quality assurance guidelines for every hospital in Vietnam. And this is going to be managed by the Ministry of Health of Vietnam. and I know that this is something that maybe Ida Hospital could join not only Operations Smile but join with Operations Smile with the Ministry of Health of Vietnam to do this project. It's similar to the safe surgery project that we doing with Ministry of Health Vietnam in 2016. And the last item that we'd like to propose to you is in 2021 or maybe many or more is to share with us more of the comprehensive care procedure for CLAP patients for the CLAP patient in Vietnam. So that is, I know it's long. We've been having so many requests. 5 days ago, when we put together this presentation, we know that both Dip and Lums and our team here in Vietnam, we know that this is the only opportunity for us to share with you the successes of our partnership, but also the opportunity for us to make the request to you. This is a long list of the requests for our collaboration. So feel free to review it, and I'm happy to, and we're here happy to answer any questions that you guys might have for us. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
for that very insightful presentation. We learned a lot about, the insights of how Operations Smiles and Ida's partnership has been working, and also lessons learned during this pandemic. And we're really excited to see the different kind of ideas that you put out there. Just to open up the discussion, we're going to invite文藻University of Languages to ask one question. So Wenza, if you have a question, please open your mic and you can ask Chief Nguyen.
So thank you for your invitation. We are Wenzel. Open up. Okay. So hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm Melody. We are from Wenzel University. Wenzel University already over 15 years already. And last year, thank you for Ida, Professor Zhang's invitation. I got a chance to join your mission in Quang Lai. And I was really, very touched for all your devotion and all your effort to take care of so many children. So, I just want to, after I come back, I just think about what kind of activity or what kind of mission we can involve, we can join with so meaningful mission with Operation Smile in Vietnam. So, I just invite all my colleagues to see what kind of service we can do, because we are doing the USR. This means University of Social Responsibility, and our team we are named WHC, means Wenzel Healthcare Communication. So thank you for this sharing with your prospects around for 2020 and 2021. So I have one question is, because we are all non-medical volunteer, so what kind of service learning project is possible for us to involve more with Operation Smile or with IDA's partnership, the kind of mission? So any idea can give us some your thinking or your thoughts, what we can do for non-medical volunteer.
Why don't you speak first, and then I'll share our thought from the Operation Smile. But I think it's also related to both of the IDA and also Operation Smile.
Yes. So.
Sorry, Chief Nguyen, can you repeat what you just said?
She should say that if any, what other way that they could be involved with our program, with IDA and also with Operation Smile.
Right, because we have some students, not only from Taiwan, but we have a lot of Vietnamese students in Taiwan in our school right now. So what we can do, we are bilingual. They can speak English, they can speak Mandarin, and also they can speak Vietnamese. So we just think about what kind of service learning project we can devote by our team to cooperate with operations, with basic team and with EDA team. So, after your sharing and also after my visiting last year with you, I just think about, originally, if you know COVID-19, I'm thinking for the dental team, you conduct your dental team in one elementary school, right? So when the dentist, they're doing the treatment, medical treatment with all the children, what we can do some hygiene education. We can do at the same time. But right now, because of COVID-19, we cannot go over there. So I'm thinking, what we can do via online. And also because you mentioned about speech therapy program. So because that's quite professional too, but I'm thinking maybe we can, as EDA hospital's assistant, or what kind of program we can devote.
For one time, Chief Nguyen, we're going to let you answer for 1 minute with this question, and then we're going to move on to Aisho University, Dean Tai Chu. So if you could please answer with that question, if you have some insights on how we can integrate non-medical students into the Operation Smiles COVID-19 contingency plan.
Right. All right. So can I answer this question from our Operation Smile Vietnam? I think that with this is a great idea. I think that because the the university has a lot of also not just Taiwanese, they also have Vietnamese. So I was thinking that maybe we should just start a triangle collaboration between EDA and Operation Smile and also with the university. It's just because of maybe in the future, if things getting better, we can do, maybe EDA can have to open up some training opportunity for the medical school, exchange with the medical university there. But at the same time, from Operation Smile in Vietnam, we could serve as a platform that we can set up some activity, like actual activity. For example, like the dental mission that she was just mentioned, or it's just like even for the speech therapy program that we can utilize the resources of Vietnamese students who studying at the university, so they can use the language that they can help with. But at the same time, maybe we should collaborate in creating more of the some of the mission type of thing that can offer more opportunity for these students to be part of this. That's one thing. I think that mission type or let the student to be involved in both the missions in Vietnam, but also in with the training activity or activity at EDA. Second ideas we were thinking is it's also we can also I don't know if COVID-19 is gone, then we could do that, and we can also work with the university in some of the exchange programs with the university here in Vietnam, and also with your university over there. Because I don't know how many Vietnamese students you have, but as long as they speak the language, and it's going to be so much easier to communicate and also to start that sort of collaboration back and forth between the two countries and between our partner here and also your university over there.
Thank you, Chief Nguyen. I think we have a lot to think about, and we'll definitely have a conversation to see how we can continue this kind of collaboration.
Right.
I'm going to pass it over to Dean Tai Chu from the International Affairs from the Aisho University. Do you have any questions for Chief Nguyen today?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, all right. So, thanks for the wonderful presentation now, and then a little bit more about how the operational smile was running. And we were planning to join the operation this year, but due to COVID-19, the trip was canceled. But the ISO hospital, we are ready to free work with the team from Ida Hospital and the operational smile. So we still, I think, with the medical school in our school, and in your presentation, you mentioned about nursing training and something speech training. I think there's something in our university that we can offer later on. So I'm looking forward to working closely with you. No more questions from me. Thank you.
Yep. Well, thank you. If you can share with us after this, you can share with us a little more about, the information about the program at your hospital, and then I would love to share with our partner here in the country as well, so we can see how we can collaborate a little bit more and closer in the future.
Sure, good. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we're concluding our webinar. I just want to summarize the importance of Operation Smile Work. What Chief Nguyen said, 9,000 are born with facial deformities every year, and there's a backlog of over 10,000 each year. And we know with the pandemic, the backlog might be more. And as you mentioned, Chief Nguyen, partnership is really key towards our success. Thinking about, the comment you made, working together hand in hand, not just for knowledge, information, but also implementation. And if we think about what's going on in the global sphere right now, SDG 3, Help for All, SDG 17 partnerships, we know those are the two integral components towards making Operation Smile mission and partnership with EJA continuous success. So we wanted to thank everyone for joining us today. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. I know we couldn't get to everyone's questions today, so I apologize for that. But you can also access our recording afterwards, and our emails will be open if you have any questions at all. And we just want to say thank you again to Chief Nguyen, to our partners at Wenzel University and our HO University, and also the EJA team here for joining us today. All right, stay safe, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Best to everyone.